Yo, so if you guys did not notice, this video was my first time using a new software system that I want to use to start editing videos with. It helps me create a lot better transitions, a lot better B screens and whatnot. I really enjoy this, y'all. It's very complicated. I had to watch hours and hours of tutorial videos to get this going. So this is my first video with it. So of course the editing isn't going to be great, but I think it's a lot better from the software I was using before. So if you guys did notice any type of editing in this, y'all, please comment down if you guys enjoyed the editing on this, y'all. Please, I'd much appreciate it, y'all. And enjoy this video. Ha! Yo, what is going on, y'all? Veer up here. Today, what we got going on, I'll be breaking down my top storylines for you guys to follow, for me to follow on this last third of the season for the NBA. Of course, after the All-Star break, majority of teams have around 24 to 27 games left. A lot of teams are still not in a playoff positioning yet, trying to get it there. Some teams are trying to tank to get Zion or another alt-type playoff spot, fighting to be the #1 pick in the draft, trying to get a free agent there. So many different storylines, y'all. We have so many big players racing for an award, so many teams racing for records, Harden. So I'm going to break down each one of them to you guys. And yeah, without further ado, let's go. Ah! And so yeah, guys, one of the biggest storylines that I think for the remainder of the season are, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers, as of right now, are 10th in the Western Conference. They have the 9th toughest schedule remaining out of all 30 teams. The Kings and the Clippers, the two teams they'll have to jump, have 2 of the 10 easiest schedules remaining. One of the things that I want to see what can happen with the LA Lakers is, when will Lonzo exactly be back? He's expected to be back at least around the 2 weeks or week mark remaining for the regular season. He has helped the Lakers so much defensively. He gives them a guard that can switch on any single type of player. In November, the Lakers had the 3rd best defensive rating in the NBA. In December, it was at 9th at 106.7. That sounds like that sounds like a music radio station. And then now the last 10 games without Lonzo, they're the 3rd. Yes, they're ranked 28th in defensive rating, y'all, in the NBA with 119.6 per 100 possessions. Also, what I want to see is, can Ingram keep up his consistency? His last 10, he's been averaging 20 points per game, along with shooting 55%. Versus the Sixers, fam, he went the freak off! Going against his old boy, Corey Brewer, that he grew up with. He scored 36 points that night, along with 16 out of 20. 80%. How do you like that?
For my wrongs, I have just begun. Ain't no mercy.
Then I also want to see if LeBron can take over, yo. LeBron, he's came back pretty recently. He's only played in 5 games since his comeback. He's been averaging 23, 11, and 10, and shooting 47% along with that. In those 5 games, they have not been doing that well, y'all, though. I would like to see them just take a step forward. I mean, their last game against the Hawks, that was just straight embarrassing. And then for the season, of course, he's averaging 27, 9, and 8. Now, last year, y'all, LeBron averaged 27, 9, and 8 before the All-Star break. And then after the All-Star break, he took it up a whole nother level and averaged 29, 10, and 10, along with making over 2 threes a game. I think that's a very interesting story to keep up with, y'all. They have a lot of notable games remaining. They have 2 against the Bucks. They still have to play Golden State again, Oklahoma City, a couple other teams, y'all. So I'm really excited to see what happens to the Lakers, and I pray to God that they...
My lover's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral. Knows everybody's disapproval. I should've worshipped her sooner.
God, that they make the playoffs, because that would... Yeah, that'd suck. Alright, time for number 2. As you guys can see, up next on our list are the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets are number 4 in the Western Conference, just 1 game behind the Portland Trail Blazers. There's a time after about 14 games, this team was at the 14th spot in the Western Conference. Many people were questioning how they would respond, if they would make a move, if they would cut Melo, which they did later. But Harden responded, y'all. Harden has averaged 38 points his last 10 games, along with averaging 7 assists and 4 rebounds. In the month of January, so 14 games, he averaged 44 points a game. Now, the big question for that is, can he keep it up? We have seen Harden kind of fall under the radar once playoffs come. So if he can somehow keep this up to the rest of the season, then into the playoffs, I think they can truly make a run for a championship, y'all. Next is Clint Capella and his injury recovery. He had thumb surgery on January 17th from a right thumb injury. He has missed about 6 weeks and is expected to return immediately after the All-Star break, meaning he'll be back against the Lakers on Thursday night. If he can stay consistent, if he can keep averaging the type of numbers he had before he got injured around 16 and 12, they'll be very solid. Kenneth Faried has filled in that spot. He's been playing great, averaging a double-double. We haven't seen this good of a Kenneth Faried, y'all, in like 4 or 5 years. So shout out to Kenneth Faried one time, and I hope Capella is 100% when he's back. Also, Chris Paul. Can Chris Paul stay healthy? It was always a big question since he was out for about over a month, that would the chemistry with him and Harden still work? Ever since he's been back, they've been 4-3 with him. He's been averaging 17 and 8, and he's been shooting the ball pretty well. He's shooting 37% from the field. Now, I think the most important key for the Houston Rockets is to get home court advantage and not fall back into like the 6 through 8 spot where they have to play possibly the Thunder, the Nuggets, or the Warriors in the first round. I think getting a 4-5 matchup possibly against the Trailblazers is their best match, and I think with how good some of their role players have been playing, especially PJ Tucker, Shumpert has still had a couple good games since he got there. Jalen Green has lit it up as of late. I think that'll be a big difference maker, y'all. And like I said, if Harden can keep this up, I think the sky's the limit for this team, y'all, for real. Time for number 3. Next on our list, we have the Boston Celtics and Kyrie Irving. You know, in my opinion, guys, I think the Celtics are one of the most inconsistent teams we've seen this year in the NBA. They started the season 10-10. Then after that, in about December, they went on to win 8 straight games, including the Christmas Day win against Philadelphia in Boston. And then after that, they lost 3 straight against some very mediocre teams, y'all. We've seen Jason Tatum take kind of a sophomore slump. Of course, he's averaging more points per game than last season, but compared to the playoffs last year when Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward were out, he has taken a dip. Now, granted, that probably is not on Gordon Hayward's fault, judging that it's not just him. You know, I feel like everyone has to give up some part of their role, and especially with Gordon Hayward coming back, he's coming off the bench. He's only started 17 games this season. It's a very hard transition and a very hard situation for him, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Rozier, Kyrie, Marcus Morris, literally everyone, Al Horford, because you know going into it, people will have to give up minutes, some people are going to have to give up shots, especially Rozier and Jason Tatum, who played absolutely amazing and were the 2 key factors in why the Boston Celtics got to the conference finals against the Cavs. Kyrie this year averaging 24 and 7. Of course, there's always that question is when or if Kyrie Irving will be leaving this season. Now, if I had to make a guess, y'all, if they do not make it to the conference finals, say they lose to Milwaukee or Toronto or Philly in the second round, I think he's out this thing, y'all, to be honest with you. I just do not see him. Same with this team if he has another year where they don't make the finals. You can't really count last year because he was injured, but they have no excuses not to make the finals this year, y'all. So I'm really interested to see where that conversation is going to go. As of right now, it's still kind of shaky. And looking at the standings, the Celtics are the 4 seed right now, just a game behind the Pacers. I still expect the Pacers to fall a little bit, especially with their strength of schedule remaining. They are tied with the Sixers right now for the 4-5 spot. I would not be surprised to see the Celtics stay at the 4 or possibly the 3 spot. So that's going to be very interesting to see. And so that will do it, y'all. I do have a lot more storylines, but like I said, this is my first time using this type of editing software, like I said in the beginning. So I just want to use this as a introduction video to this new type of editing that you guys will see for this last half of the season. We are about to go hard, y'all. This is VROP Takeover season. Once the playoffs come, getting on a spaceship and flying away, y'all. Hope you guys do the video. Make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you guys are new. Please leave your feedback down below what you guys thought of the editing. And if you leave a like on this, y'all, let's say if this video gets 50 likes, I'll do a part 2 of this, y'all. But that's what I got, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. All peace, all love. We're up to this thing. Peace.